This video is for my sister and my brother-in-law, Gary. They've lived on this homestead in the Kootenai River for 43, 44 years. And they got married. They even got married there. He's about 6'6" and she's about 5'4". They had a beautiful wedding. This is what they woke up to every morning. The bears roaming freely. Little chickadees everywhere. Deers on the property. They come down to the lake and drink, but who wouldn't, right? It's absolutely beautiful. Imagine waking up to this every morning. It's going to be really, really hard. I don't even know what to say to my sister. They have sold their land, and they're moving to Alberta to be closer to their daughter, son-in-law, and their new granddaughter. Eagles roam freely over the lake. So do ravens. You see them on a daily basis soaring the lake. All kinds of little chickadees and birdies. On a daily basis, you're going to see some kind of wildlife just roaming around on their homestead. She's got a thing for hearts, and she took that soil, and boy, did she put it to use. She does what's called smashed art, and all she does is cook and clean and can and keep care of all the turkeys and the wildlife and give back to the land as much as possible and take from the land as well and bake beautiful, beautiful food. My mom made that piece of art, which is in her home. This is her little studio, smashed art. She has done this since, I think, 96 or 97. The geese are on her land. The wild turkeys stay there all year round. There's coyotes, wolves, bobcats. You name it, it's there. Not that she hangs out with the bears or anything, but they do come down. She has blueberries and raspberries, huckleberries, an apple tree, a pear tree, and gardens that people would be envious for. I am really sad for her in the fact that she's leaving, but it is time to flip the script. It's a lot of hard work, and everything is a blessing in disguise, even though we don't see it. She's always got a little spread on the table, or some smashed glass that she's doing a project, or she's crocheting or knitting or doing something. That's a view from up above. There's a great, probably huckleberry pie, a blanket she's making over the winter, and she'll give it away to somebody. They got themselves a tractor finally after all these years, and now they're leaving, but they're going to take it with them. That's what heats their house. They gather all the wood from the trees that have fallen down in the bush. They don't take from the bush. They only take what has fallen. Her fruits and vegetable are to be envied. A pot of chili on the stove. A stack of wood always up. It's a year-round project. I wouldn't say it's easy, but they enjoyed their life there. And I wish them nothing but best on their new adventure. The best, I should say. Canning all her pickles, her beets, her carrots down, her cucumbers putting down. She has chickens for eggs. Some she kills off for food. They go deer hunting, but not on their own land. They just go as a little getaway. Our famous carrot cake that my family uses. Well, you got to have one of these sandwiches. This is Homestead for real. Fresh tomatoes, bacon, lettuce, and tomato. The beets are unbelievable. Look at this cabbage. It's just like, and the pears, and the apples, and the tomatoes, and the potatoes. I could go on all day. Carrots to be envied over. You know, this is just some of her canning. A bear walking freely through the yard. Well, that was a cub. Mama bear would be close by, though. Probably coming down to get some of those apples. A dog that she lost last year. She had a really tough year. She lost her cat and her dog and sold her homestead. So I wish them nothing but good things in the future. She'll make it work. She always does. She's strong. She's like me. We're from 5 kids, and there's only her and I left. My parents are deceased as well. You have to go across on the boat to go to the other side to go shopping, which they don't do that often because they live off the land. But everybody needs some things in town like flour and sugar. I don't know how she did it for all these years. She raised her daughter there, homeschooled her, and worked and fed the family. Fresh eggs every morning. There's not a morning you don't get a fresh egg. Paperwork that she has to go through after all these years, that's going to be tough. Pretty, pretty, pretty. There's nothing else to say, but that's the view from the kitchen window, if you can believe it. Waking up to this on a daily basis and living in this beautiful, what we call paradise. Your own private oasis away from everybody and everything. Hanging out with nature and the animals. And she made it all look easy. You know it's not easy to grow this and live like that. Froze everything. Rhubarb, peas, carrots, potatoes. And grew amazing flower garden on top of it all. Her little dog that she lost last year as well. They're going to get a new one when they move, though. And their beautiful cat that they had, both of them, for many, many, many years. She's missing them. This is her junk pile that she's going through to get rid of everything. Her rhubarb's already up. And, of course, she's making a beautiful dinner for her husband and herself. Her irises, her lilacs, all these flowers, they're all grown on her land. These are some of the gardens. She has like 4 of them. Ducks, geese. Everybody wants to live there with her. And she feeds them. And she feeds everybody. And rainbows in the sky. Well, Gary and Laura, I wish you nothing but the best in life. This is making me sad. Sorry, I had to pause. She lived through forest fires. The sky looks beautiful, but that's because of fire. Living right on the lake, little boats to cross over to go into town. Baking all the time. Her husband works hard as well. He's got one hand, and they always make this work. These are things that she just loves. I bought her that coat last year. She calls it her town coat. She's a crazy little girl. And the chocolates, this is what she posted back to me. Oh, I just love it. Cookies that my sister Cindy used to make us. These stairs she walks up daily, like 60 stairs. Her glass studio that she does all her smashed glass in. If she's not doing that, she's crocheting or she's doing down some vegetables or out collecting eggs, enjoying nature. I know she's going to miss this. I feel real bad that they're going to miss this. But sometimes in life we have to look at everything for a reason and move on. Arrowheads that she finds all the time on the lake where the Aboriginals used to rest. She makes medicine bags. There's always a bird soar through the air. Geese come back yearly. The turkeys never leave. Would you leave? No, I don't think so. This is another piece of her art. A peacock, a coyote just walking through. The bears climbing the trees. They can be little buggers, but you know Mama's close behind. Little chicks that she raises. Big chickens that she raises. And pretty birdies sitting on thing. There's another heart, because she loves the heart. The house that she's looking at right now is on Heart Lake. And they've gone today to look at it, and I'm crossing my fingers that it goes her way and that there's nothing wrong with the land and they can make a new homestead in Alberta. I wish you nothing but the best, and I love you so much. Love you both. Bye.